and around about 3,500 to 7,000 snow leopards in the wild. Now that's a very, very small number when you consider that their habitat, their range, covers an area that's about the size of Greenland, and there's only 7,500 animals in that area. These guys are a highly endangered species, and we need to do what we can to keep them from disappearing. Now, Sibylla's cued with a lovely map there. Look at that, fantastic. You'll get a chance to see these maps during the day, and if you do get a chance, Sibylla, I'll get you to put your hand up. Have a little chat to Sibylla here, who's from the Snow Leopard Trust, and she'll talk you through this amazing organisation that do some fantastic work for the conservation of snow leopards, both in the wild and in captivity. So have a chat to them. But this is a nice map of their habitat, which follows the mountainous regions of the Himalayas and extends essentially from China right through the Himalayan belt, and then up into Russia and Mongolia. And part of the reason that these guys are perhaps still hanging on is that they live in such a difficult terrain for people to get to. Poaching is one of their largest threats, but they do live in very isolated areas, and they are difficult and shy animals to find. But it is important what we do in captivity. We not only breed to maintain a population, which we hope in the future can be re-released into the wild, but we also raise awareness particularly for the plight of this species. And we learn a lot about the species, so it's important that we can understand, and once you understand something, it makes it much easier to protect. And we hope that the fantastic work that you guys do in supporting the snow leopards and their breeding program will help to contribute to a greater understanding and affinity for this magnificent species. And that's just awesome. That just look at her up there, that's out of control. So I'd personally like to thank you all today for your contribution that you make. It's a great privilege of mine to look after this fantastic species, and I thank you for the support that you give us, and I hope this is a great reward for your sponsorship. So I'm going to be available for questions at the end, but we're going to do a quick rotation so that there's a second half of this group, so they can all get a chance to see the cubs as they are, and then we'll come down and have a cup of tea. And if you have any questions, by all means fire away. And also, as you're walking back at the far end, we have another old snow leopard who was the last snow leopard to be born here at Melbourne Zoo 20 years ago last week, on the 19th. And her name's Shimbu. She's a beautiful old girl. So drop in, she's at the very far end there, and say hello to Bui because she's a gorgeous girl. Alright, so well, thank you for your time this morning. I will be back in touch with you in just a sec. We'll just do that quick rotation so the other group can get a chance.